Hello, my weekend warriors. Come join me for a quick sequence today. We are going to go through Warrior 1, 2, and 3 in a fun order, if you couldn't have guessed. And it's just time to do a little quick sequence together that you can repeat and practice as much as you want, and that you can squeeze it into your weekend no matter what you're doing. All right, make your way down to the floor. We're going to do a quick sequence of cats and cows, bringing yourself into tabletop. When you're ready, drop your belly, arching the chest, and exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale, dropping the belly for cow. Exhale, rounding the spine for cat. Keep going, letting the tilt of your pelvis make your spine move and articulate as it naturally wants to respond. Letting the movement begin at your tailbone and go all the way out to the crown of your head. Nice and slow and fluid. Do one more, marrying your breath with the movement. And then come back to tabletop. Let's bump the hips over to the left, turn and look past your right shoulder, or your left shoulder, excuse me. And then come through center, bumping the hips over to the right. Turn and look past your right shoulder. Come back to center one more each time, bumping the hips to the left, and then bumping the hips over to the right. Just getting some lateral warm-up going here for our torso. Come back to center, and let's peel ourselves up for our first down dog. Pedal out the feet, lifting and lowering the heels a couple of times till you come all the way up onto your tippy toes and down. Little different style of warming up the feet, and then find stillness. Inhale deeply, fill the belly, fill the lungs. And exhale, let it go. 2 more big breaths like that together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 more. Want to hear lion's breath, let it roar. Inhale deeply and let it all go. Nice. Let's slow walk to the top of the mat. Hop, skip, or jump, sashay, shantay, whatever you want to do to make your way up into forward fold. Go ahead and clasp each elbow. Allow the upper body to hang loose here as we get a little head change, sending some blood up into that crown of yours, making our brains feel better. Only takes a minute or two to help improve our circulation, which gives us a great head change. All right, find yourself in stillness now. Release your hands and let your arms just drape as we roll up into mountain pose, taking our time to get there. And then once your head lifts up, go ahead and take your arms all the way up to the sky, bringing your hands into prayer, dropping them down into your heart space. All right, you ready to flow? Let's go. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back for warrior 1, pivoting onto the 45-degree angle on that left foot. Now really feel strong and steady in that right leg because we're going to launch into warrior 3. When you're ready, launch onto that right leg, pulling the belly up to the spine as you get really long from your fingertips all the way out to your toes. Hold it here. You got it. You're doing great. All right, now let's land that foot back into high lunge and then open it out to warrior 2. Go ahead and get yourself situated in this pose, really empowering, grounding down through both feet. Feels like your energy are coming out your fingertips, both your past and your present, your future. You got it. You are here. Ah, so good. All right, let's cartwheel it down to the floor. Step your left foot up to meet your right for chair. Sitting down into the heels. And then straighten the legs up to the sky. And then swan dive as you go right back down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back now for warrior 1. Pivoting that foot to the 45-degree angle, squaring your hips towards the front of your mat. Really feel balance between both legs. When you're ready, let's launch into Warrior 3 on this side. Pulling the belly up to the spine, really getting long from fingertips to toes. Holding it here for a breath or two. And then land back into high lunge. And you got it, Warrior 2. Widen your stance as needed. Settling down deep into the pose. Taking a couple of breaths here. Really feeling the strength in your legs. Grounding down into the earth. While your upper body is ready for action. You are claiming your space. It feels so good. And then cartwheel it down to the floor into low lunge. Step that right foot up to meet the left for chair. Coming up. You got it. Now straighten the legs up to volcano. And let's do it again. All the way back down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back for Warrior 1. Go ahead and lift yourself up. Stay for a breath. And now let's launch into Warrior 3, lifting into that right leg, making sure your hips are nice and square. Little tiny micro adjustments, moving from warrior to warrior. Being very mindful. And then let's land into high lunge and open it out to Warrior 2. Maybe your stance is even wider now as you're warmed up. Shoulders away from the ears, belly in. Really grounding down all those little tiny micro adjustments in the feet, the legs, the hips, the shoulders, your little checklist. All right, cartwheel it down to the floor. Step the left foot up for chair. Think you got it now. Straighten the legs up to volcano, and let's do the other side. Swan dive all the way back down to forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back for Warrior 1. Lifting yourself up and out. Really grounding down through that front leg and the back leg, squaring your hips towards the front. And when you launch into Warrior 3, you're just going to slightly tweak your foot and your hip so you're straight in the pose. Another little micro adjustment. Okay, let's do this. Launch into that front leg. Pointing through the toes, squaring the hips, pulling that belly up into the spine, getting really long. You got it. Now drop that foot down. See that tiny little adjustment in the legs brings you into from Warrior 3 to high lunge. Tiny little adjustment, but a big difference in the pose. Open it out to Warrior 2. Settling in, feeling warm and ready for the day. Getting our head change, our energy change, changing our vibe, lifting the mood. So good. Cartwheel it down into low lunge. Step your right foot up for chair. Sit back into the heels. Lift yourself up. And let's go ahead and add a twist. Bring your hands into heart center, getting really low. Inhale. And then as you exhale, twist the upper body to the left, hooking the elbow to the outside of that left knee, sitting down deep into the chair pose. Now that we're warmed up, we can do these twists. Stay for another breath. And then bring yourself to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the other side, hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Gaze up towards the sky. Past your right shoulder if you can. Otherwise, just look straight to the right. Lower the hips a little bit more, really sinking down deep into the pose as we release the lower back. Big twist here. All right, bring yourself back to center. Straighten the legs all the way up to volcano. And let's bring our hands back into prayer. Shutting down the eyes for just a moment. Feeling all that energy coursing through the body now. Notice the difference between how you feel just since beginning practicing today. Quick and swift mood change for my weekend warriors. Breathe in lots of love into the heart space. And exhale, peace as you release your hands to the side. Let's come to the center of our mat now. Inhale, arms up overhead to touch. And we're going to come down to the floor in a little toe stand, dropping yourself down to center, lifting the heels up off the floor. Let's stay here for a breath. Working on our balance, strengthen our feet. So good. Now release your hands to the floor. Turn down the head into the knees, making yourself into a tiny little ball. Really feeling the expanse between your shoulder blades every time you breathe. And letting some stress and relief out with every exhale. All right, lift yourself back up and let's make our way down to the floor. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave you here, but please practice that sequence as many times as you like. And know that I am somewhere in the world practicing with you as well. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye.